All right, Coach. U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Ready. 50, plant.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Joker.
80 weapon. Shoot.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
At the 23-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
132 fighter.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Exit.
He'll look to throw. The open man is Smith. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
First down run with Elliott going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. He was taken down by Quentin Dunbar.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Shift.
Go.
Motion. Right.
2nd and 6. It's caught. Smith. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And an alley to run. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Ezekiel Elliott, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! Set. Can I get the egg? Stop your body. Shoot. Watch the shoot. 85. Come. Check.
First carry for James Conner. just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
Here's Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
A gain of 16 yards.
Let's go. Let's do this.
First down, Green Bay.
Mike. Set. 19. Mike. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Watch the safety creep. 54. 59. 54. Switch. 154. Check 50.
Watson just beating the play clock. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
55 is mine, guys. 55. Okay, double. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Hey, 31. Alert.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
2nd and 9 at the 18-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, Delta.
Mike 10. Let's go, defense.
Yo, go get it.
2nd and 9 now. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Here we go. Step. 60 out, Lord.
That's trash.
Big grip.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. They'll look to throw here on first down. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. 20! Touchdown, Vikings! Dawson Knox, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, Those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
This will be taken very short. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Alert flare, alert flare. Any weapon.
To the car.
Motion.
And no time now. Time to go.
On 1st and 10, Watson, and lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Any day. Mike 55, Mike 55. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check 31, check 31. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
To the boys down, he's coming. Time to go.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Jannard Avery. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Out of the gun, Watson sliding out of the pocket. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th.
3 down.
They are going for it. Here's Watson. Flushed out right. Open man is Anderson. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36.
Check motion. He's coming.
24.
We got double up. Check 52. Shoot.
24.
From the gun, here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Switch. Check your hot read. Say it.
At 24.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
Alert.
No. Off.
Back to the air. Watson on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. It's complete. Stills. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there. 26 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Connor, and this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Connor. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo, Mike, 55. Right there in the middle.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts. Understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best.
It got his man complete. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 49 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. The run by Elliott, a good one on first down as he's able to pick up about 6 there. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd and 4. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. John Ross, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Watson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Come on, D. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Oh, here we go.
Oh. There we go, Mike 20, Mike 20.
26. Got you. I got you, son. I got you, son.
Check, 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 check.
To the car. Tight dog. Tight to the 9.
Motion, motion.
Hey, 24. Hey, we got to snap it. We got to snap it.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Sponge. Sponge 59. No. 55. Twist. 54. Twist. Orbit.
Watson. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Let's bring it. Here we go. Check him off. 54.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Coming to you. Check.
Hey, 31. Hey, 54.
Watson looks to throw again. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And it's taken in at the 9. 12 yards on the return that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Alert. Check 24. Check 26. China, go.
Back to throw, Watson. And he finds Stills, complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Kenny Stills with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers get a score closer. Extra point right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man open. It's Ross. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. John Ross, 81 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue?
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Switch. 54. You got tight. You got tight right there. 54. Shoot. At 59.
Third and long. It's Watson. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39.
I'll tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. 36 yards on the play. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. John Ross with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
35, Packers 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones at a first down. Watson now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Check safety, check safety.
24 is down, he's coming. 24! Hey, 24! Pause.
From the 50, it's Watson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Check nickel.
Hey, 24! Hey, 24!
Check, crunch.
Now it's Watson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Check 24. Check three. Kill.
Hey, 59! 24 is down, he's coming.
Check.
25!
Now Watson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. It'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move couldn't free him. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Hey, wahoo! Ready?
They'll set up a throw. And he completes it to the tight end Knox. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. But that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Ben Gideon in on the stop. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
15's the mic. I got 15. I'm here all day.
Hey, Foxtrot. Look at me. Zipper, shoot.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Joker, 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 Joker.
Right, fellas, right. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Now back to the ground with Elliott. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellows up front in order to bring this one home.
He'll look to throw. That one complete to Elliott. 7 yards there and a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's hit, boy.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 13-yard line.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And it'll be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Check 24, check 24. Bang, 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 bang. Watch twist.
They begin on the ground here with Connor. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Check 3, check 3. Tight end left, tight end left. Shift, shift. To the 4. To the 9. Quick edge. Come, come. 9, I'm going.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And Watson's going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Ben Gideon able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. This is taken deep in their territory. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
Set. 19.
Right there in the middle. 55. You ain't going nowhere. Switch, switch, switch. Check 50.
I'm 59.
He's coming.
I'm 55.
He's
I'm
coming.
59.
Short, short.
Down and go.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
31.
Check. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Shift.
I'm 54. And go.
Here's Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat. Let's go.
I'm 29. Chandler. Deuce.
Out of the gun, Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
I'm coming. Rush in.
24.
25. Check 25. Check 25. Kill.
26. 59.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Steps away to his left. And the pressure gets to him again. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. That game's gone final now in Philly. And it was the Eagles that wound up winners in that one. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's Elliott, complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
X3, 218, chopper.
Crash. Right, fellas, right. Let's go. Hey, Mike's 15.
Hey, Alpha.
So don't say nothing. 15's the Mike. 15's the Mike. I got
Shoot.
They'll set up to throw. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Don't get nervous. Alert flare.
Fire.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they